Welcome everyone here and on the broadcast. Thank you so much for coming, Brian. Thank you everyone for coming. We are in a love fest today with the divine, with what is sacred and what is holy, what is clear, what is pure, what is purposeful. As the divine is creating continuously, infinitely, through us. New, beautiful ways of loving each other, of loving the earth. And that is our joy as those who have awakened to the love, awakened to the inner truth, the inner mystery. For those of you at home who wish to join us, take a moment now and make your space sacred. Take a moment now and clear the noise of what happened today, whatever the story is. Let it go. Remember when you were in love. Remember how beautiful that is. Tap into that power, and you have tapped into God. You have plugged into an electrical system, a grid of light so powerful that you can shake the universe. And so today we are going to do a love meditation and concentrate on love. Wherever you are on this broadcast, whatever country, whatever state, whatever city, and spread that love. Spread God. Spread bliss to everyone. So we're going to open now, and I'm going to let Brian do the opening prayer and light the candle for us. And then before we meditate, David, bang the bong. Amen. Okay, let's do that.
So, begin with bless you. So, begin with a prayer to invoke all the masters that we are connected to, all of our guides, to support the spiritual vibration, the divine vibration in this place, not only here physically, but as well as everyone who is attending online as well. That each person may feel the masters clearly and powerfully, deep in their soul, that what we do here tonight may be blessed with their energy and awaken our experience of pure divinity, and that may carry through in our daily life and continue to take us onward to higher and higher stages of evolution to ultimately merge with that infinite being. And so I'm going to light the candle in honor of that intention. The candle actually is in front of my spiritual master, Swami Purna, but it will also represent a candle for each one of the masters, particularly the ones that are hanging here so beautifully, as well as the angels. So, may this light light up our very soul, light up our very being. And so it is.
So we'll have a short meditation. Remember that this is a stillness meditation. If you can still the body, you can still the mind. If you can still the mind, you can enter the realms of pure spirit. And then in the language of your own heart, in the love that you are, shine your light. Heal the earth. Coming back. Stay tethered to pure spirit, to your God presence, to that infinite love that lives in you. And just feel that love for a moment. Allow yourself to find that pure essence of who you are eternally. And breathe it into time and space. Anchor it here in this now moment. Will this love here in you to manifest. As you will it and see it, now expand it in this room to each one, to each person. May they receive all that they need. May they know all answers to their questions. May they see the inner light, the inner love, and hear the inner voice of love that beckons them home, the sound of love that is calling them from the eternal, from beyond time and space. And now as we together create more love in this room, we will it, we see it. We ask you, O Heavenly Father and Divine Mother, to magnify this light, to expand this love, into a fire, a burning love fire that spreads around the world. And we see celebrations happening on earth as people realize, again, love is real. Love is eternal. Love is beautiful. Love is holy. Love is God living in me, in you, in everyone. And we see each person now smiling, a light upon their face, a joy in their heart. They are transfigured as this love increases their vibration and fills them with so much light that some people become transparent. And this light, this love, like the sun, expanding and expanding, brighter and brighter, we push this light. We direct this light to our families and take a moment to see their faces in your spiritual eye as you love each person higher in their spiritual journey, as you love each person beyond all words and all doctrines and all belief systems, as you love each person into the highest dimension, the brightest, clearest light of love, conceivable and beyond. And now expand that vision to each person in the past, your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, going back to the end, the end and the beginning of time. And as you're the anchor, you are the crystal of love. You are the one who directs the light of love. You bring love into reality. And as we breathe in love, and we exhale out more love, we co-create with Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva these eternal frequencies of love that they pulse out and expand in their bliss of love. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And we'll have a short break as we set up for Brian.
Om Hara Hara Gange Jai Gange Hara Hara Gange. Oh, yeah. Hara Hara Gange Jai Gange. Live. Okay.
I'll work out this other problem later.
Okay. Thank you. And then, how long would you like me to spend?
It'll feel good to you.
Okay. Okay.
It'll feel good to you.
So I'll speak and I'll also play a little bit of music. So it'll be a kind of a combination and a little bit of meditation, so you can get a taste of what I'm doing here. What's the point? What's the point? Oftentimes I call some of my satsangs the title, What's the Point? What's the point of life? Why did we come here? So, hello, namaste. My name is Brian Lotman, and welcome to satsang, a shortened version of satsang. Normally I hold them on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. It's an hour and a half, and it's a different subject each time. But tonight, there's a couple of things I wanted to address that were important. So I'll begin with the subject of love, as Dennis mentioned. It's interesting that Dennis already knew so much of my heart even before I entered. It's like he already knew. And then he said, "Oh, I went to one of your gatherings." And I said, "Oh, no wonder." So my favorite subject is love. And the Sanskrit word for that is prema, or premam. Premam. And it's an ancient word. And the very vibration of it invokes the power of love. So I wanted to share that with you, a Sanskrit mantra that you can use yourself to invoke that energy and power within you. And this is a special kind of love. It's not just a romantic love or a mother love or love for your baby or whatever. It's a love that's so infinite and so profound that it can bring you to tears. And you can experience kind of what Dennis was speaking about, which is almost like a non-dual love. Now, that may not make any sense, but imagine that the entire creation or manifestation is just pure love, and that's all you can feel, that's all you can see, that's all you can experience, and there's nothing but that. So that's what prema is. So you can imagine how overwhelming it is if you can really truly experience it. Few beings on earth actually do. But when you're around them, you know, there's a sort of heart energy that overwhelms you. So my goal when I share these gatherings is to provide a space in which you can be overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. So in fact, I once said that I wish that I could sing music for my master so beautifully, so profoundly that it would just bring him to tears. That would be my wish. So this is a mantra that Sri 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 Swami Purna Maharaj introduced to me. We have a candle lit for him behind me, and it's kind of like an invocation of his heart into the space. He has the biggest heart that I have ever encountered. And I've visited many masters, connected to many spiritual beings, and it just kind of struck me to the core. And so I'm very honored to be able to share his teachings. His teachings are, one could say, invisible. Invisible. You can't see them, but you can feel them. You know they're there. And you can sing with me if you like, to connect with this energy. Purnam Premam Anandam Purnam Premam Anandam Purnam Premam Anandam Premam Anandam Purnam 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 Premam Anandam Anandam Anandam. It's a love that is undying, brighter than 10,000 suns. When you experience the Ananda, your happiness never goes away. You have entered onto the sunlit path. All your desires for the world melted away, and all that is left is just love and bliss, endless waves of bliss. Flowing through you for eternity. This is the definition of that mantra. You don't even have to understand the words, because the word love is too small. It's something that you not only experience and feel, but you become. Those waves of bliss and love flowing through you as the cosmic being. You're everywhere. You're no longer centered in a person. So we invoke that tonight, that each person may feel it so profoundly, easily, effortlessly. There was once a psychic lady, kind of like a psychic, a very spiritual woman. It was in Virginia when I went to attend a satsang. And she says to me, I saw the strangest thing while you were speaking in front of the group, because it was a goddess group. There were no men allowed. She kicked out her son and she kicked out her husband out of the house, and she had only women allowed. I said, then what am I doing here? Oh, you're different. You're different. I was like, oh, wow. I think I take that as a compliment. I guess I must be a goddess. It was so fun because at the end she looked at me and she said, Brian, I saw the strangest thing. I saw you were talking like this, and Swami Purna, because she saw the picture of Swami, she literally saw Swami Purna while I was leaning this way and talking. He was in my body, and he was leaning this way, and he was gesticulating and talking. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. That's cool. I wish I could see what you saw. Because I meet so many different healers and so many different psychics on my travels. Because that's what happened in 2013 or something. He had a darshan with him. And he said to me, Brian, it's time for you to renounce your old life and set out on the road for 3 years and just travel across the country and hold these gatherings. By the way, that's how I met Dennis, is through one of these gatherings as I was traveling. And what I did is I went home. I was living in Austin at the time, and I sold all of my, I sold some of my stuff, and I have a little apartment with stuff in it, not much. Got rid of it all, and then I sold my car, and then I put a bed, and I bought a van, which, by the way, I named Persistence. Persistence broke down 11 times before I actually got out of Austin. So then I put the bed in the van, and we set off into the sunset. And I mean, I didn't know anyone in the U.S. I thought, how am I going to set up gatherings? I don't know anyone. All I know is my own little apartment. So then, I don't know, there were probably some spiritual teachers in San Diego that I called up, and I said, hi, I'm a traveling wandering monk. Would you like to have me over and, do a special spiritual gathering? And some of them actually said yes. And I was usually quite surprised. Oh, really? Okay, let's do it. So I was so surprised that Dennis reached out to me. I was like, oh, what a pleasant surprise. I think I remember Dennis. Dennis is my dad's name too. So I would just come over and I'd hold a gathering, and it was always delightful. Even if I was feeling kind of down when I first started the gathering, by the time in the middle of the gathering, I was so illuminated and so high and so happy. I was like, wow, I'm so glad I came here. Whereas like just a half hour later, I was feeling kind of lonely because I didn't know anyone. This is what I went through for 3 years, living out of the van. So I had a lot of adventures that way. So I was told actually that it would be helpful to share a particular energy with this group of people who were attending, because there are a bunch of healers attending, and that they could benefit in their healing practice from being exposed to the energy. So I will speak a particular mantra to activate some helpful, let's say superpowers, but you could call it that. superpowers in your system to help you along with your healing practice. So in the ancient Vedic tradition, the god of medicine, or the one who wrote the Ayurveda, the book of Ayurveda, if some people know the science of Ayurveda from India, his name is Dhanvantri. Dhanvantri is the god of medicine and the god of healers. So he is considered as the supreme god who knows how to heal people. So I wanted to kind of bring that and introduce that energy into the space. And if you do healing, you can actually chant this mantra before you do your healing practice with the person, whoever you're working with. And it can help you with your intuition and understanding where that person's at. And it can also bring upon their healing much quicker. So, or as an example, if you're playing your bowl or whatever, and you wanted to bring healing to people, you could chant that mantra beforehand, and it would have a sort of intensity about your practice. So, the mantra is Om Shri Dhanvantri Namaha. So it's Om Shri Dhanvantri Namaha. Exactly. Yeah. Om Shri Dhanvantri. It's very easy. Shri Dhanvantri Namaha. You got it. Yeah. So this will bring forth Dhanvantri into the space. Whenever you call forth a master, if you're really attuned, in fact, the more attuned you are, the more likely that master will appear. The more you concentrate and meditate upon that master, the more powerfully they will come into the space. So if you've been connecting with the Dhanvantri for a long time, he can literally manifest right before your eyes and say, what do you need? Oh, heal this person? Okay, no problem. And then they're healed. That's the kind of power that has. So mantra is a calling forth of the deity that you wish to connect to. And this is for healers. So I'll just chant the mantra, and if you're welcome to chant it with me if you can get it. Om Shri Dhanvantri Namaha. 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 And then you just notice the presence in your own being. And if you can absorb into that mantra, in other words, meditate upon it deeply, you can become Dhanvantri, the very embodiment. And your healing abilities skyrocket. They become tremendous, miraculous. Even with just a single thought, a person can be healed of a long-standing illness. We bow unto Sri Dhanvantri, an incarnation of the Supreme Lord. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. And these mantras are like elixirs, like drinking nectar. You quaff the nectar and it transforms your being radically. And you're never the same. So it's why I introduce them. It's, in a way, it's like having a master in your pocket. You can call forth that master at any point through that mantra, particularly if you've been initiated directly by the master. By great fortune, I have come across Swami Purna, who has initiated me in many different paths to find the divine. Overwhelmingly. I have been showered with the grace, which is kind of a rare thing to come across. But I'm interested in, what I call the whole path. And some people call it the Purna path. Purna in Sanskrit means whole. Whole is complete. It means that you are absolutely merged with the divine. There's no difference between you and the Supreme. You have become complete. And so one could say that is the name for that, at least in Sanskrit, is the Sat Guru. The Sat Guru, which is the ultimate Guru. He is the one that if you looked at every single one of these masters that are hanging on the wall, that being or that manifestation contains them all within his own heart. So whatever path that you like to follow, that master can help you. So they're not limited by saying, oh, well, you only follow this master, or only follow this energy or this kind of energy. It's kind of like a wish-fulfilling tree. Any path that you wish to follow, he can help you with. There's no limitation. There's no so-called, what you call lineage. It's just everything. That's Purna, no lineage. It's everything. The Swami Purna doesn't have a guru. So it's highly, highly unusual. And very, very intense. And you know why? Because it purges all of your karma. And that's can be overwhelming, Like some people get very, just one little problem and people are already afraid. It's like it's a difficult path to uncover all of your karmas. Where you're talking about millions of lifetimes that you're unfolding, that are all stored in your subconscious and your unconscious mind. You can't see it. And that's why the master is so important, because he or she helps to reveal that which you cannot see. Helps you to purify that which you cannot reach by yourself through your own limited consciousness. So in a way, I'm just really here to sort of share that message of what you call total purification on all levels of being to reach that supreme state. Dhanvantari is just one of those paths. And so I would like to share with you just one more mantra that we can sing together. And that is the mantra Hari Om. Hari Om. I like it because it sounds like hurry home. I like that because I feel like we're sort of wanderers and we've kind of strayed away from home, and that we're all trying to get back home. You know, home feels comfortable. It feels like you feel loved. You feel sweet. You know, it's like a sweet place that you go. You feel loved. Right? So we're sort of wandering, but ultimately home is actually within you, and that we're trying to go back to the Godhead, which is the very core of your own being. So Hari Om leads you. It draws you back home to that place, which is not a physical place. It's not even an energetic place. It's above and beyond anything that you could imagine. So home is a metaphor. So we'll sing that one together, and then you can see if you can feel it. Because the idea of the mantra is to really feel deeply, not just chant, say, "Oh, that was a beautiful song. Well, we had a great spiritual concert tonight. Wow." So much more than that. You know? Merge with the mantra, become one with the mantra, find the underlying spiritual vibration, because it has a transmission about it that can overpower you, overpower your ego, overpower your mind, cleanse your body. I mean, so many levels. It's amazing. And you don't even know like a fraction of what's happening when you chant it. It's magic. Call it like casting a magical spell. You know? So we'll sing together. Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om, 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 Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Hari Om. Om Sato Ma Sat Gamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotir Gamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Lead us from untruth to truth. Lead us from darkness to light. And lead us from death to immortality. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The Guru is Brahma, the creator. The Guru is Vishnu, the sustainer. The Guru is Shiva, the destroyer. The Guru is indeed that supreme being. I bow unto that Guru. Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva, Tvameva Bandhus Chasaka Tvameva, Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva, Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. You are my mother, yes you are. You are my father, yes you are. You're my friend. You're my wealth. You're everything to me. You're my God of gods. Om Purnamata Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. This is whole. That is whole. And from wholeness comes the whole. When we take away the whole from the whole still remains whole. The mantra means there is only God. There is only the one. It can never die. You are that. And so we place our hands together in prayer position, and we'll chant together the final mantra, which is Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, sending a wave of peace to all beings in this world. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace. Peace. Peace be unto all. I'm so grateful to Dennis for inviting me to this occasion. And may you all continue to feel the energy and take it with you and really flow and experience it in your heart. Namaste.
Well, God bless you, Brian. God has blessed you. Thank you for sharing this very beautiful message and teaching and understanding that you've gotten from your teacher, your Satguru. And we had such a beautiful moment. It seems like just a moment in time, but already 2 hours have disappeared. Somehow, in that timeless place that we were at. And we all contributed building this place where this message that Brian brought in, we held the space, and now we put it out in the internet. And let it echo eternally. We don't have a basket for Brian. He's open to donations for those who wish to add to it. Maybe put it on the table back there. There is some fruit for everyone to eat. Take some home. It's been charged by the light here and the love that we all released. Take it with you. Take something with you, please. And tomorrow we go out with a mission to spread this love more. Do something good. A random act of kindness. Just when you touch something holy, you want to share it. You want others to feel it too. And so let's do that. So, in closing, in the name of the Christ, the clear light of God that creates, expands, multiplies this love. We ask that we too, in a bigger way, become a crystal, a Christ, a living light of love for humanity. Good night, everyone on the broadcast. We thank you for participating and sharing and holding the space wherever you are. Michael, apologize about the sound problem you were having. I didn't see it on my end, but maybe I'll figure it out later. Or you can call me and talk to me on the phone. Maybe it's on your computer, I'm not sure.
Carla called me too, told me that the sound wasn't working.
The sound wasn't working for a while.
For YouTube, yeah. From the beginning.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
Probably during the meditation, there was no sound.
I think that's why.
There was
There's no sound. That's fun. Yeah, you gotta.
there was no sound during the meditation, my friends, on the internet. But yeah, so okay. Good night and God bless.